Hi, everyone. First Alert Meteorologist Scott Gagliardi here with your Thursday morning First Alert Weather Extra. We have some warmth on the way, and it's looking good. It's not record warmth, but still, it is going to feel like June out there by this weekend, even the next couple of days. So, I mean, we're talking some above average temperatures finally, and they're here to stick around. It's not just a day or two. And we've had major improvements even with the drought monitor, so we can take a break from all this rain. We'll show you that in just a minute. The latest maps just came out. But let's take a live look outside in Mystic. Looks pretty good out there. You see hardly a cloud in the sky. If there's any clouds out there right now where you are, they will be diminishing throughout the morning and into the afternoon as high pressure builds in. Notice through Torrington, looks good out there as well. In New Haven, a very pretty shot. Visibility, a perfect 10. Temperatures mid-40s. Notice all the buds coming in on the trees there. We're certainly getting that sun angle higher and higher. It's very similar, the sun angle now, to what we see in August. So, yeah, you can get a little burn if you're out there for too long. Of course, as always, apply the sunscreen if you're heading out and you'll be out for an extended period of time. Winds are variable in New Haven, but they'll be picking up throughout the afternoon. Looking at wind gusts later on this afternoon, say 15 to 20, even in some cases near 25 miles per hour. Right now, you notice Hartford looks good. There are a couple clouds, but by no means, not a big deal. The sun is finally out, and it's going to stay out throughout the entire day today. Checking in on the month of April, notice all the blue tiles. That indicates temperatures, high temperatures that were below average. 5 days above, but where we're headed for the rest of the month, if not today, we'll be close to our average today. Our average high is 61. We're forecasting 60. So if we fall short of that, the next 7 days they're above average, expecting red tiles from the 18th through at least the 23rd, with warmth expected even beyond that. And in terms of any rainfall, plenty of days this month featured measurable rainfall in the Hartford area. So major improvements to the drought monitor. Check this out. It's really looking good. So a moderate drought, level 2 out of 4. You can see that for extreme northeastern Litchfield County, northern Hartford County, and northern Tolland County, basically along and to the north of I-84. But everybody else, abnormally dry. So we could still use a little bit more. But in terms of severe drought, I mean, there's none. Moderate drought is minimal. We're making major improvements. And here's a comparison from last week. Notice how much of the state was in that moderate drought. Just about half, if not a little bit more. And now that is receded even farther to the north. So we have a couple rain chances. They're very minimal, barely enough to even call them measurable over the next several days. But we're chipping away, and it's looking pretty good. Now, as far as any rainfall out there across the northeast right now, nothing. Maybe a flurry to the north, way to the north, in Vermont and New Hampshire, parts of Maine, but conditions improve for much of the northeast throughout the day today, and sunshine is expected for just about everyone. Notice the 30s and 40s right along the I-95 corridor, but these temperatures, they really take a turn for the warmth by this weekend. Now, in terms of days 6 through 10, we're talking a good signal of temperatures that'll be above average. Now, of course, you can mix in a cooler day or two here and there, but even days 8 through 14, we're talking looking very mild. So some excellent news there. Very much looking forward to that. Temperatures this morning, still 39 in Salisbury. Everybody else climbing through those 40s. The mild spot, look at Chester, 46. We're climbing into near average territory later on this afternoon. Notice the wind speeds. They're out of the north and west right now, anywhere from 5 to 16 miles per hour. So yeah, there's a bit of a wind chill still, unfortunately, but no 20s. We had a couple of those first thing this morning in terms of that feels like temperature. Everybody else, though, now freezing or better. Look at that, 32 feels like temperature in Salisbury, 34 in Torrington and Waterbury. But later on this afternoon, and with temperatures in the 60s, at least low 60s, most areas will feel quite nice. Now, your first alert Futurecast, notice throughout the day today, we'll fast forward 24 hours from now. Besides maybe a cloud or two, there's nothing. And then you're waking up tomorrow morning, check out how chilly it is, even all the way to the shoreline. So the growing season has begun there. And because of that, and because of these temperatures, we're talking a frost advisory is in effect for, excuse me, man, allergies, no joke. Frost advisory for the immediate shoreline. And if you have any plants you want to protect, you want to bring those in. But I feel like it's been so chilly lately. Not many people really had a major head start on the growing season. But either way, looking at some frost first thing tomorrow morning for not just the shoreline, inland areas as well, but that growing season has not begun away from the shoreline. Now, going farther beyond that, once we get towards, say, Friday afternoon, a couple clouds, temperatures up into the 60s. Can't rule out an isolated sprinkle late Friday into Saturday. It is not a big deal. Here's 1 a.m. Notice this is with a warm front, and that warm front, we're waking up Saturday morning to temperatures that are close to our daytime high today. 50s to near 60 is where you're starting off Saturday morning, and by say the early afternoon hours, 70s, mid and upper 70s. And then, temperatures beyond that, we're talking 80 for the Hartford area. But notice right along the immediate southeastern shoreline, 60 in New London. We could be one of those days in Connecticut where it is, as you just see, 80 in Hartford. And then if you're heading to New London or Old Saybrook, down through Mystic or Stonington, upper 50s to near 60. Now, one of the things as well, see around 4 p.m., First Alert Futurecast wants to bring in a sprinkle or a light shower. Either way, if it's a couple hours before or a couple hours after, it is not a big deal. Notice by 7, that's our, let's go back to, by 7 p.m. on Saturday, we're talking around the time the Yard Goats will be playing. That's some baseball weather, 75 in Hartford. Now, notice to the top left-hand side of your screen, there is a cold front that will be approaching, and as we advance it a little bit, say 8, maybe even 9 o'clock, can't rule out a sprinkle or a light shower, we'll say. So if you're heading to the Yard Goats game, right now it looks just fine. If you can't rule out bringing maybe the umbrella for the drive home or the walk back to your car, but this cold front will be very moisture starved. And even in terms of the temperatures, it knocks us down from the 80s on Saturday to 70s by Sunday. So Easter Sunday is looking good, and it's still very mild, even though we'll have had the passage of a cold front. Now, forecast highs today, notice near 60 in the Hartford area, as well as the greater New Haven area. Everybody else upper 50s, and with the breeze, it won't quite feel like 60, even for areas that reach that. Now, tonight, on my keyboard here, tonight, we're talking it's chilly, 30 to about 35. And remember that frost advisory for the shoreline. So you're definitely going to need the jacket tomorrow morning. But with temperatures tomorrow afternoon climbing into the mid 60s, it's going to be nice. Now, an isolated shower comes in late. That's associated with a warm front. On Saturday, not only will it be 81, but dew points near 60. We're talking a touch of mugginess in the air as well. Notice the overnights, 50 to about 55 for Friday night into Saturday night. Easter Sunday, it looks good. Any plans outdoors, which plenty of people have, whether it's outdoor services or maybe you want to have brunch, maybe sit outside, go for it. It looks excellent. Any Easter egg hunts this weekend, all systems go. 70 degrees. That looks good. Now, in terms of going back up to Saturday real quick, that 81, you would think, it must be near record territory. Not even close, actually. Saturday's record is 96 degrees. Very hard to believe. So, no, not in any way near a record. About 15 degrees away from a record, but nearly 20 degrees above average. So, we'll take it. And then by Monday, a little bit cooler, still above average. Remember, the average high temperature is 61. By then, it's 62. Chance of some showers late. Earth Day, 65. Looks good. Partly cloudy. And then by next Wednesday, 70 degrees. The warmth sticks around. The only day out of the next 7 that might possibly be below average, well, that's today. And it's still 60, so we'll take it. But beyond that, we're talking 70s to near 80. That would be nice because we haven't even reached temperatures even close to that in the Hartford area. So a little taste of summer. We normally see 80s by the middle of June. June 14th is our first average day with temperatures at 80 degrees. So we're about 2 months ahead of schedule. Either way, looks pretty good. I like the 7-day, especially because it's looking good for Easter. So have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and an excellent weekend. But other than that, have a great day today. We will chat soon. Take care.